Hi, I'm Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking and Homestead, and today I'm going to share with you a really old-time recipe. This is something that my mom always made during the winter when we were growing up on the farm, but it actually goes back, I know, to the early 1800s, and that is called Nun's Toast. Nun's Toast is a really simple dish. Usually made it for breakfast, but you can make it anytime. It's an economical meal, and it got its origins at the monasteries and convents because they lived very frugally, and they usually had their own chickens, they usually had a milk cow, and they had their own vegetables from their own garden. And of course they made like their own bread. So this was a really simple, hearty, cheap meal to feed everybody. If you like onions, this isn't the dish for you, but onions are really good for you, and this dish is loaded with them. So basically, it's a white sauce with hard-boiled eggs and sautéed onions over toast. So we're going to get to making it, and I'll show you how we do it. Still using my copper pan, folks, and I have a little extra butter in here because we're going to sauté the onions up. I'm using roughly 2 medium onions that are sliced, and we're going to get them nice and tender and caramelized. And when we do, then we're going to remove the onions, and we're going to work on making the rest of the sauce here. Okay, my onions are done, so I'm going to put them back in a bowl here off to the side. And then I'm going to add my butter, start my roux. My butter's in. Now I'm going to start mixing in my flour. Get this mixed up. Crumbly. Now I start adding my milk. I'm just going to keep working this until I get this all incorporated and it starts thickening up. Plus it has all the goodies from the onions being done in here. So that adds some nice depth of flavor when you get that caramelized goodness from the onions left over. I'm going to add the rest of my milk. And I'm doing this over a medium to lower heat because it doesn't take long for this to go south if you're doing it at too high a heat. Now I'm going to add, don't go anywhere, I'm going to add some pepper. And a little salt. Mix that in, and now it's getting nice and bubbly like a nice gravy. Add a little bit more milk here. I use anywhere from 2 to 3 cups. Oh yeah, that's nice. Now, I'm going to throw my onions back in, like that. Just work them in. Let them simmer in here in a minute. And the last piece is 5 sliced hard-boiled eggs, and I'm just going to sprinkle them in. And I'll get a spoon. Put my toast on. Put that down. Start working this in. This is another one of those meals that it probably looks a mess, but it tastes really good. And like I said, this is a wintertime meal. I would never eat this during the warmer months, but it really was a good, cheap, quick meal to make before you're heading out for the barn in a cold January morning and had a lot of hard physical work. And I realize there are people that say, oh, it's unhealthy, blah, blah, blah. Well, the truth of the matter is, if you're doing hard physical work outside, you know, like if you're in the lumber industry or farming or agriculture and stuff, outside, mechanics and whatnot, you know, I'm sorry, but a salad isn't going to cut it. So you're burning a lot of calories. So this is what they made to do it. And so actually, this is pretty well. I'm going to let it sit just another minute here so the flavors incorporate. But really, this is what she looks like. And you can see the consistency. Like I said, it's just like a milk gravy. And that's what we want to go over the toast. Let's see if I can. There we go. You can see a little bit better. It's pretty easy. You take the goodness over the toast, like so. Oh, baby. Just like that. Put more onions here. And my mother always garnished with a little paprika. And that's Nun's toast. Like I said, it might not be pretty, but it sure tastes good. And you know what comes next? The taste test. Okay, so here's our Nun's toast all plated up. And I'm gonna try her out. Got some onion, got some egg. Ooh, baby. Mmm. Oh, it's so yummy. And I'm serious, it's really yummy, especially with those caramelized onions. It gives it such great flavor. And make it in the same pan with the onion drippings, you know, deglazing that. Absolutely delicious. I'm telling you what, and this is, I mean, we make it for breakfast, but, you know, you can eat this anytime. Actually, tonight, it's gonna be my supper. Put the onion here. Mmm. Mm. Mm. So good. So there's a really old-time recipe for you, going back to all the farm families and the convents and monasteries and back in the 1800s, and still delicious today. Simple, cheap, easy to make, sticks to your ribs. So until next time, bye.